Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. It's that time again where I bring you my tips, facts, or experience that you may or may not find helpful. Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. Back in patch 8.2, a new system of mount equipment was introduced to give us some additional abilities out in the open world. But this also meant that the Water Strider mounts could no longer walk on water by default. The replacement for that technically comes in the form of the inflatable mount shoes or the Angler's Water Strider's equipment, both letting you walk on water while on any mount. The water-walking equipment is great because it's on all the time, but maybe you're like me and prefer one of the other options like the saddle chute or the comfortable rider's barding. So let's look at some alternative ways to walk on water. Number 1. Water-walking elixirs. Most of these are made by alchemy, and these are my favorite since they do work with your mounts. There are a few different versions of them from the different expansions, such as the Draenic Water-walking elixir being from Warlords of Draenor Alchemy. You can craft these yourself, or just look up Waterwalk on the auction house, since most of them contain that in their name. Number 2. Class abilities. Of course, if you're a shaman or a death knight, you have your own waterwalking spells that work with your mount, and can be cast on party members. Priests and monks also have levitate-like abilities, which do let you float across water, but those don't work with mounts. Number 3. The Underlight Angler. This one's a bit more niche, but if you have the Legion Fishing artifact and you've taken the time to unlock the waterwalking talent, you can waterwalk while you have it equipped. Of course, this is a bit of a pain to get on alt since it takes some footwork to get. I've only done it 5 times, and I'd rather not go through the effort again for this puppy. Nice for mains though. Number 4. Angler's Fishing Raft. This is actually a toy you can buy from the anglers in Pandaria once you've hit Revered with them. It doesn't require a rep to use though, despite what the tooltip says. It does require level 1 of Pandaria fishing, but there's no fishing involved to get that. And since it's a toy, any character on your account can use it. It's literally its own mount that lasts for 10 minutes, and you can speed it up with your jump button. You can get pretty fast too. And of course, you can also fish off of it. Number 5. Gnarlwood Waveboard. This is another toy just like that Angler's Raft, except that it costs 300 doubloons rather than rep. You can get doubloons from doing island expeditions in Battle for Azeroth. I don't have this one yet though, so I can't show you what it looks like. Number 6. XA1000 Surface Skimmer. And lastly, we've got an item crafted by engineering. This is not a toy, so it's a consumable. It's similar to the previous 2 items, but it only works for 25 seconds. It's pretty fun looking though. Whether you're leveling or doing dailies, it's likely that you've fallen to your death at some point. Some classes have fall prevention, like Slowfalls, and some don't. Regardless of your class though, there's a plethora of items you can use to spare yourself the embarrassment. Here's a list of my favorites. Let's start with consumables. Number 1. Sea Mist Potion. This has a 1-minute use with a 5-minute cooldown. This one is made by alchemy and it's kind of fun since it turns you into a cloud. It also lets you float over water surfaces too, so that's pretty helpful. Number 2. The Avalanche Elixir. This one has a 5-minute cooldown. This one is awesome. It's not a slow fall, but it will prevent fall damage by turning you into a boulder. You also do AoE damage when you land, so that's something to keep in mind if you didn't want to pull whatever was beneath you. It can get a little dangerous, trust me. Number 3. Potion of Slowfall. This has a 30-second duration with a 5-minute cooldown. This one is not crafted, but rather found in the Hanging Satchel in Draenor's Shadowmoon Valley at coordinates 4746. This is its only source, which means it's a limited quantity item. That said, I'm sure you could come up with some creative ways to get a crap ton of these things, like alt army or something, as they are useful in a pinch. Number 4. Goblin Glider. This has a 2-minute duration with a 3-minute cooldown. I'm sure you're familiar with this one as it's pretty popular and not too expensive. This item is crafted by engineers who can also make their own personal versions for their cloaks, but I'm a bit partial to the consumables, so I don't forget to put it on a new cloak and kill myself by accident. Unlike other items, this is not really a slow fall as it keeps your momentum from where you last jumped, so you can get some pretty sweet distance with it. So that's consumable items. Now let's look at a few non-consumables that are pretty handy and fairly accessible to everyone. Number 5. Eveness's Landon Pilla. This is a 10-second duration trinket with a 30-minute cooldown. From the quest, look at the size of it in Searing Gorge. This one's got a long cooldown, but it's easy to snag at any level just by questing, and it's not consumed on use, so it's a handy tool. Number 6. The Humming Black Dragon Scale. This is a 15-second duration trinket with a 2-minute cooldown, and it drops off of Rathian in the Nyalotha raid on any difficulty. This one's got much better times than the previous trinket, but the drawback is it's not a guaranteed drop, and it comes from a raid, so you can't get it at lower levels, at least not easily. Bonus though is it has a really cool cosmetic wing effect. And number 7, the Whispers of Raivash. This is a toy with a 10-second use and a 1-hour cooldown. It comes from Raivash and Drainer's Shadowmoon Valley, but this one comes with a warning. You can't use it while moving, i.e. falling, and it has a cast time. So this one isn't good for emergencies. But it's easy to get and it isn't consumable, and it's toy, so it's account-wide, so I thought I'd mention it. It's a good backup. Hi y'all, Kraken Latte here. If you watched my previous video about Slowfall items, then you'll be wondering how to get the secret trinket Eveness's Landon Pilla. It's easy to miss and does require specific tricks, so let's look at what to do. First off, the NPC you need for this quest only spawns during the quest Kill 'em with Sleep Deprivation, which is at the far end of the quest chain in Searing Gorge. You don't have to be on this quest yourself, but Chambermaid Pilla Clencher, the NPC you need, won't spawn unless someone is, so bring a friend if you've done these quests already. Once you've quested through the zone and you've picked up this quest, Kill 'em with Sleep Deprivation, don't complete it. Here's where it gets tricky. Go into the sleeping area where you're supposed to loot pillows and only pick up one. Just one. And then, wait. You're going to be waiting 3 times for dwarves to spawn and attack you. 2 of them are waves of dwarves, and the 3rd is the chambermaid herself. All of them can take several minutes to spawn, so you have to be really patient. When the first wave comes out, kill them and then loot another pillow, and then just chill again until the next wave spawns. Do the same thing after this one. The wait is going to be longer each time, so just be patient. Once you've downed the second set of dwarves, keep waiting. The maiden will finally spawn at the center of the room. Kill her and she'll drop a large blue pillow on the floor. Click on that and you'll get the quest that will reward you the trinket. Just go turn that in and enjoy your prize. The pillow will stay up for a bit and can be used by anyone around until it despawns, so this is how you can help out friends who've already done these quests. For a frame of reference, it took me almost 12 minutes to complete this whole thing without the cuts that you see in this video, so do be prepared for some waiting. Don't worry, you probably didn't mess anything up. Did you know I stream on Twitch now? I do everything from transmog to leveling to gold making, and I'm live 5 days a week to chat with, so come hang out. And there we have it. If you think I've missed information or you want to request I do a specific guide, let me know in the comments below. Even if I don't answer you, I just might add your idea to my list. As always, thank you so much for watching, and remember, it's never too latte.